Hello, happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome. I am Meredith. I'm here with our message for the 28th of October, I think it is, 2025. We're using Lightseer's Tarot for our message today. The sun is in Scorpio. The moon is in Capricorn. It will be moving into Aquarius at about 4 minutes to midnight in this time zone anyway. And then we have our retrogrades, and we had a very abundant shuffle with Lightseer's Tarot. So let's just jump right in, see what's going on in the energy atmosphere. Clearly, the Tarot has a lot to say about it. Our first card is Four of Pentacles. You know, the nickname of this card is the Miser, and something we're withholding, hanging on to. It's really a message about spending our energy wisely. Let's see what's, reading the energy atmosphere, checking frequency, right? So that we're not wasting energy in any way. Paired with, Judgment. Well, that puts a little bit of a different spin on it. That's cool. Let's see what's next before I go into Judgment. King of Swords. So let's just take a moment and have an appreciation for the fact that it is Scorpio season. And this is the time in the zodiac, or the moment in the zodiac, where we all start to go a bit deeper. Scorpio has a lot of depth. So check your own astrological charts. Where does Scorpio live in your chart? And, what house is it occupying? And what does that mean for you? Check that out for yourself, because you could be having a bit of transformation here. We have the King of Swords on the table again. He's been out a bit recently to visit us in the tarot readings. Now we have Judgment. Judgment is a card of resurrection. Scorpio season is a time of transformation, endings, new beginnings. And here we've got the lovely Four of Pentacles, spending our energy wisely, and or paired with Judgment. We could have been holding on to an energy, a frequency, an attitude, a way of being, some kind of behavior, some kind of programming right up to now. And Scorpio season is revealing it for us. Now, keep in mind, we also have these great retrogrades going on. Saturn, Neptune, Chiron, Uranus, all retrograde. Retrogrades give us an opportunity to review, resurrect, Judgment, redo, and return to perhaps something that's been traveling with us for a while. We get to look at it with fresh perspective, a new attitude, separate from old programming, old behavior, right? We're ready to take a look at something and transform it. And that's what I feel here in these first three cards. The King of Swords is decisive, shrewd, exacting in its divine masculine energy. So our own divine masculine is engaged, and we want to take action on whatever it is we've been sitting still with in the Four of Pentacles. And then Judgment is here. Interestingly enough, the feeling I have on this card is every bit of resistance we've ever had to doing whatever it is we want to do next or desire to do next, and the reasons why we talk ourselves out of it. And the King of Swords isn't going to take any of that BS at this point. It's kind of like, stay where you are or make a move. The king doesn't really care what you do, though the feeling inside the self is, I feel ready to take a step, take an action. Whatever that is, move in the direction that is in your highest and greatest good of heart, mind, coherence, and soulful presence. I also feel on the Four of Pentacles, we have really stable resources to engage in however this Judgment King of Swords energy resolves itself. So we have resources for that. Let's see what's next. There's a set of three here. Of course, it's the Emperor. That's all four kings rolled into one. Also a number 4, 2 4s. This is a very stable environment for transformation. You can't ask for better when you've got really solid 4s on the table. This Four of Pentacles is extremely grounded. It's all the earth signs. So That's exciting. And then we have the air signs represented in the King of Swords. So this is a thought realm, somewhat of a mental realm. Not a negative thing, not a bad thing, though you have to ask yourself some questions, such as, am I attached to my comfort in this situation? Is this being resurrected now because I was too uncomfortable previously, whatever this is? For each of us, it's going to be unique. You know, is it resurrecting now because I have been too comfortable all along to take a look at it? And here's the Emperor. Talk about bold energy. He's going to rush onto any scene. I know he looks very relaxed and at ease, but make no mistake, the Emperor is absolutely a character of great action in the tarot. So he doesn't waste his energy, though. He doesn't upset his own comfort if he doesn't have to. So the thing is, with the King of Swords and the Emperor together, you have really sharp awareness, intellect, the ability to make great decisions for yourself. And I feel the energy of justice here, even though we have yet to see that card. Maybe we will. So the retrogrades are very much connected to this Judgment card, card of resurrection. And then we see where we have held on to an energy that we have yet to express or follow through with. And we're receiving now an environment where action in the direction of what we've been hanging on to is favorable for us. What's coming with the Emperor? Yeah, not surprised to see the Two of Pentacles. This card can sometimes be seen as like a wishy-washy energy. And again, more energy of justice there for me. You know, we're weighing things out on our own scales. The true meaning of the Two of Pentacles, though, is to have everything in harmony. And that is not a stagnant energy, which is why the discs are always moving up and down, side to side, around and round, infinitely speaking here in the Two of Pentacles. So some energy has shaken itself loose. We are aware of it. We're seeing patterns, behavior, programming, all of it. And we now feel ready to take action with it. It's been resurrected, I feel, for perhaps the last time for some of us, because we have all the resources we could possibly require to tend to whatever judgment is bringing up on the scene. I have to check my astrology. I also think that the Judgment card is related to Scorpio energy as well, and another sign. I just don't know it right off the top of my thoughts in this moment. No matter what, we are going deep within our own self-relationship at this point, and we are turning over every stone, and that's exciting. And then we have Wonder of Wonders, Nine of Swords. That does not surprise me, because this is where the ego mind identity gets engaged. And then we have at our disposal every thought we've ever had previously about whatever it is we're hanging on to, why we decided to go into stillness with a certain energy. And here again, the energy atmosphere is pulling this up by its roots. And that's exciting for us, though there's a response to it in the ego. And our greatest achievement here is to love the ego into wholeness. No real judgment, shall we say. Don't judge what rises within yourself. Instead, allow what rises within yourself and meet it with your loving heart, mind, coherent, soulful presence. And that's going to be different than everything we've ever done previously. And that's awesome. So, anxiety may prickle your skin today as your Four of Pentacles becomes obvious to you, and then your discernment, decisiveness in the face of the judgment around it has an opportunity to bring resolution and peace and grace and ease. Next set, 3 cards, we have, look at this, the Magician. Oh, I like seeing this because here's real transformation happening in the reading. The Magician, we are the magician, the creator. We have, again, all the resources of the tarot, the cups, the coins, the wands, the swords, And that's all directed by our will. The magician is rarely ever touching or holding any of the tools of tarot when the magician is doing the as above, so below. I claim this to be what it is in the now, and I make something of it for my highest and greatest good. When you see the magician, that's the message you're receiving. So this is a great moment in the midst of Scorpio season, in the midst of endings, new beginnings, and transformation, to make something new out of something old with all the resources that you have. Nice. And then there's the Temperance card, Archangel Michael in the reading. This is divine alchemy. This is rare and uncommon energies. This could be also an influence of the most recent eclipse season, still doing its beautiful journey work with us in Temperance. So we're taking rare and uncommon energies and we're making something really fabulous and spectacular out of them in our divine creativity. In a really, I feel a lot of passion here in these two cards. We're passionate about what's been resurrected here and bringing grace, ease, and harmony to it. Keep going. Go for it, folks. Yeah. Likely something we feel vulnerable about or have felt vulnerable about for a long time, a long period of life experience. You know, for some of this, it's breadcrumbing, accepting gaslighting, accepting silence when words and communication and connection would be so much more powerful. And then our vulnerabilities rise and we lose our courage to advocate for self, in self-relationship first and foremost, and then it just goes back to sleep for a while. And my feeling is that this particular Scorpio season is going to be somewhat earthquake-like in nature. Things have been shaken loose through these retrogrades that have been charging along for many, many months now. And, you know, the pot has been stirred. And I think, feel, sense, perceive intuitively that the pot has been stirred on some of this for the last time. And thank goodness for that, because this old anxious way of responding to situation after situation in a similar way has got to go, because if you continue to do the same thing, you're going to get the same result, and you all know that. We've all been there. We've all done it a bazillion times. And I feel like the Strength card is here along with Temperance and the Magician to say, finally, the atmosphere is right. I'm strong. I am mature. I am experienced enough to notice the difference and what to do about it for myself. Excellent. So face your vulnerabilities. Wherever they may lie, face them courageously. Embrace them with your love and make real transformation for yourself. Next, we have the Hierophant. Absolutely. Another great major arcana card to see here. The Hierophant is about tradition and education. So what our traditional education has taught us in some way connected to judgment is that this is the way things are. And then there's just this uncomfortable acceptance of the way things are, as if we have been disempowered. Now, I'm not saying that the Hierophant is a disempowerment card. It's actually a card of change, because it's number 5 out of the major arcana. And if you discover that you are not comfortable with the way things are, it's up to you to make the change. It's no one else's responsibility but your own to make real and lasting change. So I feel like this reading is sweet in the way that it has been laid out, and it is savvy in the way that we take direction from it. How are we going to use this to our highest and greatest good? Let's channel it into our passion, our creativity, our manifestation ability, into the divine alchemy that's here on our behalf to bring us better, different, lasting results, adding to our legacy of happiness. Bottom of the deck, how is the universe helping us out behind the scenes? Ace of Cups. 2 days in a row. That's awesome. Love seeing this. This is the love, bliss, joy, happiness on overflow. It's a new beginning. It's a fresh start. It does take the sting out of some of the more challenging cards or this challenging process for you. And perhaps consider that this is not a challenge at all. See it instead as an opportunity to make a shift. Keep it that simple. Page of Cups, great card of manifestation. Combining energies here with the Magician. Direct your will and make a decision from heart-mind coherence in your Ace of Cups for greater love, bliss, joy, and happiness, greater ease, harmony, joy, laughter, fun. And look at the face of this Hierophant, right? That's happiness. Make change, elevate, go up these steps, elevate the energies for yourself. Another page. Page of Wands. No, excuse me, Knight of Wands. Excellent. It may be a bit of a circuitous route, though. There's joy in it. There's happiness in it. This isn't a ho-hum, oh, woe is me experience. It's more like, oh, gosh, I still have this. I'm still carrying this with me. What am I going to do now? Ooh, anxiety, ego mind identity. What am I going to do now? Oh, I know. I'm going to get courageous. I'm going to bring my strength. I'm going to level every aspect of my love, bliss, joy, happiness on whatever the pattern is that's being resurrected out of judgment that engages anxiety, freezes us in place, and keeps us from growing and experiencing the divine alchemy that we have magically already set in motion. Woo! Go get it, folks. Nice. And now the King of Wands. See, now we're bringing the fire and the passion here with the Knight and the King. And there's great progression here in the cards because we're going to come out of the page, out of the Page's energy into the Knight's energy into the King's energy. Excellent. And it's all about taking action and moving in the divine flow that's offered to us in the essence of change. Look at this. And didn't I say judgment? We were pulling some things up by its roots. And here's the Seven of Pentacles. And look at this root system. It's vibrant. Let's move our energy there. It's already sprouting. This is our manifestation growing and becoming. This is where we want to nurture things. That's gorgeous. Angel answers, my friends. Put a question to the deck if you have one. Let these cards confirm the reading or be a fresh message. Reconsider is throwing itself out of the deck for me. And that's definitely what the Judgment card brings, what the Nine of Swords brings, an opportunity to reconsider, the Hierophant as well. Next, we have our softly whispered yes. That's our soulful presence going, yes, please. Let this go, whatever this is, and recover from it, please. Resurrect, reconsider, recover. Perfect timing, divine timing. The season is now. One more card. Nice. Don't stop. Don't quit. Never give up on yourself. Ever. Final word on the reading from angels and ancestors. How is our soulful presence informing our waking consciousness? And we have the moon. Take note of intuitive messages. And this card is sort of sticking out behind it. There's the Emperor again. Take charge with authority. Pay attention to your intuition. Take charge with your authority. Don't be talked out of anything, most especially by your ego. It's not qualified to make those decisions. Peace, love, happiness, joy, best wishes in your journey. Thank you for being here as always. Namaste.